A bride once called having a meltdown because her friend got engaged as well and was planning to get married in the same year as she was. Apparently it was her special year and not just a day. She threw a huge fit that this girl was only getting married to steal her thunder. Her friend's date wasn't even in the same month or season. Hers was in October and her friend's was in June. Jeez Louise! Nobody's allowed to get married in the same year as you?
Get over yourself, Elise.
That is next level entitlement. Like, I don't even know what you would say. Well, actually, I know what I would say. Get over it. Or why don't you move your wedding to another year then? I don't know what to tell ya.
This year
ain't big enough for the two of her.
If it was the same day, I would be like, that's something we gotta discuss, but same year? Come on. My cousin married a vapid idiot. The night before the wedding at the rehearsal, she figured out the flower girl had the same shoes as her in a much smaller size. She flipped her shit at 9 p.m. and made the mother of the flower girl buy different shoes for her before the ceremony. So what happens when you buy your shoes from Payless? Not much of a selection in white. So true. So true. What the actual heck?
Watch your profanity.
If I found out I had the same shoes as the flower girl, who's probably a child, I would be like, that's dope. We're matching. Like, why would you just not be like happy about it? Also, no one's really gonna notice. Also, that's what happens when you buy children's shoes. Alright, I went to a wedding in which the father of the groom died of a massive heart attack. Well, the bride threw a fit and wouldn't let the groom leave with his father. Instead, she insisted that the wedding night and not ruin her night. Imagine. I would get a divorce on the spot.
I want a divorce.
A new record!
What do you mean you're not gonna let me go with my father who just had a heart attack? Are you insane? Well, clearly, the answer is yes. But like, no. At that point, it would be an annulment. Be shorter than that one Kim Kardashian marriage with that one guy. Remember? No shade to Kim Kardashian, okay? She can do whatever she wants. I don't really care. But I'm just saying, that was a short marriage. This one, shorter. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Top 10 Central. I am your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and today we are going to be looking at part 6 of the top 10 entitled brides who ruined their wedding day. These just get crazier and crazier as they go on. I can't believe these people exist, so let's get right into it. Alright, I was the maid of honor for my brother's wedding, in which he and his bride told me they had hired a professional photographer for the wedding, so I went above and beyond to make myself up for the photos, only to find out that they hadn't actually hired a photographer. They expected me to take all the— what? I would have just said no. No, okay, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have done it, but I would have been like, you couldn't have like paid for my dress at least? Also, how am I supposed to be the maid of honor, but also the photographer? That's a lot of duties that I just can't seem to get them all done. Do you want photos or do you want me to be standing up there with you? 3 months before my high school best friend's wedding, I ended up in a coma for 3.5 weeks and underwent emergency open heart surgery. The story could end there and I would still be shocked. Well, after I got out of the hospital, I told my friend that I wouldn't be able to be in her wedding, but that I would still try to attend. She responded that she was disappointed God hadn't healed me by then, and said that I must not have had enough faith. Woo-wee! That is just ruthless. This person just had open heart surgery and you're gonna tell them that they didn't have enough faith? I feel like that's enough faith that you got through open heart surgery. That's not just a regular— and a 3.5 week coma. Those are two things that aren't just like standard procedure. You know what I mean? Well, you did miss church those 3.5 weeks. I didn't see you at church once, so. The bride kicked the groom's lifelong best friend out of the wedding party because he lived with his girlfriend and she wanted her entire wedding party to be pure. Never mind that it was her 3rd marriage and that the first 2 ended due to her own infidelity. Well, marriage number 3 ended the same way, but at least the groom and his friend worked past it and are still best friends. Imagine. I would never marry somebody who was making rules like this. You can't have your best friend be in the wedding party because I want it to be pure. First of all, what does that even mean? We all sin, you psycho. And I don't want to hear anyone saying that they don't, because I know that's not true. Everyone does sometimes. I had an ectopic pregnancy in which the baby attached to my fallopian tube, which then burst and I almost bled to death. Alright, see, we got another story that's really starting off on a wild note. Like, we could end here and I would be like, okay, insane. Well, my friend got engaged shortly after that pregnancy, and when she asked me to be her bridesmaid, she said that I would be required to wait to try and have another baby until after her wedding. Not because there would be a small child at the wedding, and not even because she didn't want me to be fat at her wedding, but because if I lost another child, it would take the attention away from her engagement and wedding. I was so shocked that I declined and haven't spoken to her since. That seems like a fantastic idea. Imagine being so selfish, so self-involved, that you can't even see that somebody just went through a traumatic experience. What the heck? Where do you guys find these people? I would be shocked if I knew somebody that was inviting me to their wedding that was gonna act like this at their wedding. Like, I would be literally shocked. Whew. It was a stinking hot, humid day and nobody wanted to be outside for the outdoor wedding. We were doing wedding party photos and everyone was dripping in sweat and about to pass out, so we decided to finish the rest of the pics in a nice shady spot. The bride threw an actual honest-to-God tantrum because she wanted to make the party hike all the way across the venue grounds to get shots in front of the full sun pond. None of her bridesmaids wanted to do the 10-minute walk in their heels, and it would have been a terrible spot for photos, which we mentioned. She pouted her way through the rest and they divorced a year later. Man, like, the pictures are obviously important, it's so nice to have those forever, but like, we can all admit that photos are the worst part of the day. Okay, they're not fun. Summer weddings, they're pretty popular. It's so hot sometimes, you're trying not to sweat your makeup off, you don't want your pit stains showing, and you gotta wear heels all day. Nothing worse than that. Not to scare you, but I had a shitty BM experience. What's BM? Oh, bridesmaid. I was to be 33 weeks pregnant at the wedding and my friend wanted me in a dress that wasn't maternity or flowy. It was like a tight-fitted mermaid style. Oh, already. Even not pregnant, that sucks. She also wanted me in 4-inch heels and wasn't willing to budge. At 33 weeks pregnant? Heck no. Normally I would have bent over backwards to do whatever I needed, but I'm already 6 feet, have never worn heels, so I didn't feel comfortable in such big heels in case I fell, and at 33 weeks pregnant could not guarantee I'd still fit in such a skin-tight dress. I ended up having to pull out and be a guest. I wouldn't have even gone to the wedding. You're 33 weeks pregnant, you should be allowed to wear what you want. But if you just wanted like a flowy version of whatever the other bridesmaids have, I feel like that would be pretty acceptable considering you were 33 weeks pregnant. Y'all, I don't know what to do. My sister's legitimately so pissed at me right now. I got my color swatches in and I fell in love with the color Dusty Rose. Now my sister is saying she doesn't want to be in my wedding because that's the wedding color she had picked out for forever. Well, I want to be sympathetic. She isn't even engaged. How would you guys handle this? Have my wedding be Dusty Rose.
Savage.
What the heck? What if she changes her mind? What if her future husband or wife doesn't like Dusty Rose? Just do it. Whatever, she's still gonna be your sister. And sisters do way worse things to each other than take your wedding color. Come on. Also, Dusty Rose is a beautiful color and it reminds me of Twilight. Is it wrong that I told my mom with bright red hair that I wanted her to dye her hair for my wedding or else she couldn't come? I feel bad, but I wanted everyone to match and for someone to not be a sore thumb. Yeah, it is wrong.
Face open and shut.
62 reactions and 104 answers. Not a good sign. Yeah, that's your literal mother. First of all. Second of all, let the woman do whatever she wants. Stick out like a sore thumb. You know what will stick out like a sore thumb? You for being rude to your mom. Bride admits she only asked a cousin with facial scarring to be a bridesmaid because she'll make the rest of the wedding party look prettier. Okay, the anonymous Bridezilla, believed to be from the UK, recently told her sister and mother that she would be having 6 bridesmaids, including a cousin she isn't particularly close with. I hope that that's not true. And you know who will be the ugliest one there? Your freaking personality, okay?
Got him!
Ridiculous. I didn't like that one. That one made me angry. Also, don't do that, but if you're gonna do that, don't ever tell anyone that. Anyway, I am exhausted, I am bone tired, never heard that before. My heart is not the same, it's stone cold, fragmented, empty. Why is this a poem? I need to get away from this awful society. How hard would it have been to bleep, donate friends? Do I matter to you? Just bleep, give me my money for my wedding. I won't even sugarcoat. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. I was stabbed, cheated on, and what is that acronym supposed to be? Worked? Wrecked? I don't know. Goodbye. See you in 2 months. Friendly reminder to you, big bleep. Don't think you own me. I am cutting all of you snakes off. I'm living my life alone now. I only let in those I believe have good intentions. XOXO. I need to know so many things about this. So she was asking people to donate for her wedding, I'm guessing? I feel like there's something I'm missing here. It must have been a lot of money because everyone is absolutely losing it over that. Pull up those bootstraps, Susan. You can do it if it really is your dream. Alright guys, that's all the clips we have for today. We saw some pretty crazy stuff, but we made it through on the other end, only slightly scathed. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski. I'll see you all next time for a little silly goose time. Bye. These make me never want to get married because I'm worried that one day I'm gonna be one of these stories. That would never happen. I'm not insane in that way, just a entirely different way. Also, like, don't, in, you know, whatever religion you're in, don't you just have to be like, hey, sorry, and then God's supposed to be like, it's okay, and then boom, you're pure again. I don't know if that's how that works, but that's what I see in the movies. So I'm like, what's the issue here? Just say you're sorry and let's get this party going. Oh God, 3 marriages. I don't even know if I can do 1, y'all. Nothing worse. I love these, like, well, I don't love them, like, that's a little aggressive, but like, they got divorced shortly after. I'm like, yeah, it's clear why, you know? Anyway, I'm exhausted and I am bone tired. Wow, okay, we're gonna start that one from the top.